Squares for Squares. This is the show where we review comic books for the lofty price of $20. So for those of you who are going to your pull list every week and you don't have enough coin to get all the books that you ever wanted, this is the show for you. So, today we'll be looking at the first issue of Isola from Image Comics. This features writing by Brendan Fletcher, as well as Carl Kerschel. Carl is also doing the artwork, and then featuring color from Masasake, which is, I guess, Michelle Sassy Corn? I'm not sure if that's a real name, but that's what it says on her Instagram account. This story opens up with a great little quote: "Long dreamt crown awakens for Mark hunted hearts to Isola shore." Ooh, I'm not sure really what that means yet, but we open to what appears to be a vision or a dream. But our main character, Captain Rook, is being taunted by a hissing fox. I think that's what it is. At least that's what that's the way I read the bubble. She follows this hissing fox down a path into a riverbank where she finds a tiger that has been struck by many arrows. She turns to shout at the fox for killing this animal and realizes that when she turns back around, the animal, being the tiger, is gone. Next, we find her making breakfast for the tiger, and we find out that this tiger is no ordinary tiger. It's actually a queen. Her name is Queen Alwyn. And it appears that they are on some kind of quest to return the queen home. As a matter of fact, there's a part in the book where Captain Rook basically says that nobody is going to recognize the queen in her current state. They come across what looks like a giant crow that has crashed in the middle of a field and is open wide, like lots of gore. And there are several animals eating the flesh of this fallen creature. Apparently some sort of a mythical beast, because Captain Rook says something to the effect of, "I didn't think that they could fall out of the sky." We see another set of characters come into the picture called the Dutch Bows, and it appears that what they're doing is poaching this animal to sell meat, because they wad up, it's kind of gross, they wad up a whole bunch of meatballs essentially and roll them off in carts. We also see in this same scene the queen kind of struggling with her animalistic side. Her eyes dilate, and she goes to town on this fallen creature, somewhat embarrassed of what she's doing. We then meet this kind of cool, mysterious character called Pring, and apparently Pring is some sort of magician or warlock or something, but Captain Rook calls this Ping character a Moro, which is, I guess is a specific type of person or sect or tribe. We have yet to find that out. And that's what I really liked about this story, is that in addition to the mysterious nature of this character, Pring, the whole book just is very light on the details. Lots of questions that I have about what's going on, what world are they in, what happened before they were on this journey, what happened to the queen before she got turned into a tiger. And I find that really interesting. I think all too often books kind of give away the whole story and what's going on in the background in the first issue, and by the second issue you kind of know everything, and it sort of loses its luster and my interest in continuing to read it. So moving on, because of the mysterious nature of Pring, Captain Rook is very wary to trust him around the queen, so much so that she's pointing a bow and arrow at his face. When she hears the snap of a twig or a distraction, turns around and fires that arrow and hits one of presumably the Dutch bows in the neck and kills him. Well, the other two Dutch bows with him don't take kindly to that and begin to attack Captain Rook, who slashes one in the neck and gets her sword stuck. We then see Queen Alan turn her attention to the last Dutch bow, who takes off running in the distance. As the story ends, we see this final Dutch bow turn around and examine the conversation that's being had between Captain Rook and Queen Alan. And that's where we end it. Presumably this Dutch bow is going to take that information and use it to his advantage. For what, I'm not really sure yet, but lots of questions swirling around what's going to happen next, who these characters are, again, where they came from, why are they on this journey. But all in all, a pretty decent start to this new series, Isola. Some of the things that I really liked about this book was especially the artwork. I think Carl Kerschel does a very good job of setting up the environment that we're in, the world that we're in, really creating a beautiful world for these characters to be in. It's very mythological, Lord of the Rings type environment, and it's pretty exciting. So we'll have to wait and see what's coming next. We do get a preview of the next issue in the last couple pages of the book, but not much there. Captain Rook appears to be getting attacked by a wolf. Not sure what's going on there. I recommend picking it up at your local comic book store. Put that in your pull list. I think it's going to get better from here based on the writing and the artwork in there. If you're interested in seeing some other books by Brendan Fletcher, I would recommend taking a look at Motor Crush. I think that book is excellent, featuring art by Babs Tarr, and very not what it appears to be on the surface. So I would go and check that out. And if you want to learn a little bit more about Carl Kerschel's work, I would go check out Gotham Academy. Excellent book as well. If you would like to purchase this book, I'm going to go ahead and leave a link to the Comixology store in the comment section, as well as if you want to get a hard copy book, the comic book store finder link as well. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you on our next book, Batman White Knight #7.